Jessie, and today I want to talk to you about some of my most anticipated sci-fi and fantasy book releases coming up in the month of May. I have decided to start kind of doing this monthly just because I ended up making like one big video at the end of 2020 where I talked about like all the books I'm excited for. Well, now there's more. So there's more books that I'm excited for, and there's so many coming out in any given month that I thought it just seemed like really overwhelming to be like, these are the ones I'm excited for in like May and June, because like that list started getting so long, and I decided, well, why not just do it a month at a time, see how that goes, because I don't know, just seemed like it would be easier on me and on editing and on you, so you can find the breakdowns by what book comes out when. So if you know anything about me and my reading taste, I typically just kind of like read a synopsis or know it's an author that I like, or like a friend is recommending it and I'll pick it up. And that's because I kind of like to go into books decently blind and not knowing too much about it, because I love that aspect of surprise. So a lot of these books I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about, because it's literally going to be me being like, this is the synopsis, it sounds really cool, pick it up. So that's kind of how this video is going to be formatted, because it's not going to be a lot of detail on these books. So I've got like a list of them that I put on my Goodreads. So we're going to start off just going through that list of May releases that I am really excited for. And the first one that I want to talk about is Blade of Secrets. This is a first book in a new series by Trisha Levenseller. And I've actually never read anything by Trisha Levenseller, but I've heard really good things about her other books. And the first line of the synopsis like sold this for me, and I was like, yes, I need to read that. Like, I'd say no more. And that is a teenage blacksmith with social anxiety accepts a commission from the wrong person and is forced to go on the run to protect the magical world from the most powerful sword she's ever made. And that just sounds fantastic. Like, a teenage girl with social anxiety and a powerful magical sword? Sign me up. That just sounds so cool. And the cover is really cool. So that just sells it for me, right? And that is coming out on May 4th. Another May release that I'm really excited about is The Immortal Game. This is a debut, and it is about a goddess that has fallen from grace trying to kind of redeem herself. It is a co-authored book by Talia Rothschild and A.C. Harvey. And the description is: an exiled goddess goes on a quest to clear her name and save Mount Olympus in Talia Rothschild and A.C. Harvey's action-packed YA debut. And I am not sure if this is going to be a first book in a series or if it is a standalone. It seems to me like it is going to be a standalone, because on Goodreads it doesn't have like book one or like a series name by it, just the name of the book. So if it is a standalone, I'm very excited. And this book will come out on May 25th. The next book is Spells Trouble. This is by P.C. Cast and Kristen Cast. And this is the first book in a new series. It is a like witchy book. So we are following these twin witches who are descendants of the founders of this like particular town that they live in. And their mother ends up becoming the victim of a murder, and it is the first in a string of murders. And I feel like they have to kind of figure out what's going on. Is it natural? Is it supernatural? And they kind of become like the gatekeepers, they're calling it. So this just sounds really, really cool, like a witchy murder mystery, and I'm here for it. This book also comes out on May 25th. The next one is In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland. This is a book that is said to be a pansexual blood mage reluctantly teaming up with an undead spirit to start a rebellion amongst the living and the dead. I mean, do I need to say more? That just sounds super cool. Like, and the cover is really, really pretty for this one. I am not sure if this is a standalone or a series. Like I said, Goodreads does not say specifically, but it looks like it is going to be a standalone. And this book is expected to come out on May 18th. The next one that I'm excited to talk about is Son of the Storm, and this is by Suyi Davis Okamboya. If I pronounced that right, I'm surprised. And if I pronounced it wrong, I'm so sorry. I tried looking up pronunciations, and I struggle with pronunciation guides. Like, they don't make sense to me. So hopefully I got that right. I tried. And this is book 1 in the Nameless Republic series. It is a young scholar's ambition threatens to reshape an empire, determined to retain its might in its epic tale of violent conquest, buried histories, and forbidden magic. I love forbidden magic. I love that it's like this person is a scholar and they're kind of like rebelling against like their societal norms and their family norms. So that really hooked me. And again, look at this cover. It is stunning and it just sounds super interesting. And this book comes out on May 11th. The next one is a pretty hyped up new release, and that is Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. This is the first book in his new series, and I'm pretty excited about this. I really wasn't super hyped because I didn't love Malice and I haven't finished the rest of The Faithful and the Fallen, but Petrick's review, I will link down below, was fantastic and it got me super excited for this. He got an like arc of the book and he got me excited. All I needed to know was apparently there is a badass mom character and I am sold. Like I said, this is a new series. This is not connected to his Faithful and the Fallen series because I know he also has like a spin-off series of that one. This is completely on its own and it is Norse inspired. All right, and Shadow of the Gods comes out on May 4th. And bonus, this is actually the Shelf Space Book Club pick for the month of May. So if you want to read it, that is your opportunity to grab it and read it with all of us. I believe it is Abby from Abby Salter that is going to be the co-host this month, and I'm excited. And the next one is called We Are Satellites. This is by Sarah Pinkser, and I had never heard of this author before, but I haven't really heard anybody talk about this book or like hype it or mention it, but I just kind of saw it when I was scrolling Goodreads and it sounded super cool. It says, this is a novel about one family and the technology that divides them. I read the description and it sounded very, very Black Mirror-esque. So we're in this like near futuristic world where technology is so advanced and people are starting to get like brain implants. And we're following this one family and the kids like kind of convince their parents like, we need this, we need it for school, like I need this. And the parent reluctantly is like, okay, fine, this is the way the world's going, like that's fine. And then also the mom is like kind of facing pressure at work to get one of these implants herself and she really doesn't want to. And it sounds like we start to kind of see like repercussions of people that get it, people that don't get it, and like the majority of people are getting this implant. And there's like this small faction of people that are like, no, we don't want it, we don't need it. And it's just sounds super cool. Like that is the kind of sci-fi that I absolutely love. I love that technologically advanced and like kind of fighting against technology and like how much is too much. And like I love Black Mirror. So this sounds like something that I am going to absolutely adore, and it comes out on May 11th. And the final book that I'm super excited about in May is The One We Are Meant to Find by Joanne. This is another one that has a comparable description to Black Mirror, and that right away sells me. It says that it is a surprising page turner of a YA novel. And it is like a combination of We Were Liars meets Black Mirror with a dash of Studio Ghibli. Like, does that not sound fantastic? We are following our one main character, C, who is trapped and abandoned on an island for years, and she has no memories of her life before. And then we are also following the perspective of the sister. And the sister is like living this life of isolation. She is a STEM student, and they don't live on Earth. She lives in this like eco cell, and it is one of 8 levitating around the world, built for people who protected the planet and now need protecting from it. So that sounds fantastic. Like there's lots of themes of climate change and like advancements in technology. And basically it's these sisters trying to kind of find each other and navigate this world, and that just sounds so interesting. The cover is stunning, and pretty much if you compare something to Black Mirror, I am going to want to pick it up. All right, so those are all the books that I have found that I'm very, very excited for in the month of May. If there's any that I missed, let me know, because I would love to check out even more books and add them to my list to want to pick up, because I'm really, really just excited to read more and read newer releases and just see what's out there, because there's so many cool books coming out this year that I just cannot wait. All right, well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. My name is Jessie, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.